It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm almost Norm Macdonald. I'm still Canadian, but with a 100% less chance of being fired. Update was harder this week since I am a busy college student and also nowhere near being a comedian. But also, it's hard because who really wants to read the news right now? To quote the words of a wise philosopher, Chris Red, I would rather eat table salt. Starting off on a somber note, the world lost Justice Ruth Bader Ginsberg last Friday, prompting most Americans to pause for a moment to mourn her and her incredible life, before beginning to panic because, God, we are so Ruth Bader Gins screwed. It's no surprise that Republicans immediately started jumping on the opportunity to fill her vacancy on the Supreme Court, which would put it into a 6-3 conservative majority. Senate Majority Leader and resident corpse, Mitch McConnell, released a statement shortly after the announcement, stating the Senate would vote for anyone Trump nominated as soon as possible, despite there being less than 2 months until the election. Great. So the future of women's rights in this country now rests on the dude who literally looks like the turtle from that viral video of a turtle humping a shoe. You know the one. Yeah, that guy? Am I the only one who thinks that McConnell released that statement just a little too soon? Like he's had it ready in his drafts for years now, just waiting for the day until he could tweet it out? It's fucked up how Republicans have just been waiting for RBG to die, and when she does, they can't manage to say more than 3 sentences about her entire life and legacy before launching into their Disney villain monologue. They're like high schoolers who forgot to read the book for their book report, so they just looked up the spark notes of RBG's greatest hits and were like, well, I guess she gave rights to the people we're actively trying to oppress, so, good for her, I guess. The whole situation is just messed up. I mean, I'm pretty sure the only industries where your coworkers are actively waiting for you to die are politics and the people who put together those in memoriam montages at award shows. Now, speaking of people we're waiting for to die, Donald Trump is still in the running towards becoming America's next top dictator. The good news is we may not have to wait much longer, since an envelope addressed to him at the White House containing the deadly poison ricin was intercepted before reaching there this week. Damn it, so close. Stranger yet, the FBI and RCMP concluded that the envelope was sent from Quebec, in Canada. Yes, things with Trump have finally gotten so bad that even people from other countries are just saying, fine, I guess I'll just do it my damn self. A woman was later arrested at Peace Bridge in Buffalo in connection with the case after she was caught trying to enter the States. If you're trying to enter the States right now of all times, from Canada, lady must have really wanted to finish the job off. Now, I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, my bad. Between that and the Canadian sitcom Schitt's Creek completely cleaning up at the Emmys last Sunday, Trump is realizing far too late in the game that the real threat of people coming from a neighboring country to destroy America from within isn't Mexico. It's Canada. I would not want to be Mike Pompeo right now, having to explain to Trump that, no, logistically you can't build a border wall right down the middle of Niagara Falls. That'll just make it a fucked up dam. On Sunday, the president just tweeted "law and order" in all caps, and I just want to know what exactly the context was. None? Okay. Like, does he watch the show? Does he want us to watch it? Is he mad at it? Now, of course it's ridiculous, but on one hand it is relatable, because most of us are half expecting to wake up from this 4-year fever dream and just see a black screen that says, Executive Producer, Dick Wolf. On Monday, the Department of Justice designated Portland, Seattle, and New York anarchist jurisdictions based on the response to the recent Black Lives Matter protests. Now, I can't speak for Seattle or Portland, but I wasn't aware that New York wasn't already one of those. I'm pretty sure anyone who has been there is surprised to find out someone's been in charge of it at all. I hope come January, when Trump begrudgingly moves back to New York, he's forced to see tourists walking around in I Heart Anarchist Jurisdiction shirts. I think that would truly bring his presidency full circle. Speaking of anarchy, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has said that the state will form its own panel to vet federally authorized coronavirus vaccines, saying that, frankly, I'm not going to trust the federal government's opinion. The rest of the panel will reportedly be rounded out with the judges of RuPaul's Drag Race. Economists have begun to worry that the U.S. is repeating 2009's economic stimulus mistakes by dragging out the recovery process. It's okay though, because The Big Short 2, Electric Boogaloo, will be sure to sweep the 2025 Oscars. In tech news, Apple released their new software iOS 14 this week, introducing widgets to their devices. Better yet, their featured photo widget picks random photos from your camera roll to display on your home screen. So, to everyone with nudes on their phones, good luck with that. Well, the 72nd Emmy Awards were held virtually this past Sunday, but nonetheless managed to run their usual 7 hours. It had some historic moments, with Schitt's Creek winning 9 Emmys total, HBO's Succession taking home the coveted Best Drama Series award, and Zendaya becoming the youngest winner ever in her category. I think the most important moment definitely happened in the first half hour, as watching Jennifer Aniston have to put out a garbage can fire really just felt like the appropriate way to represent this year. Jimmy Kimmel was praised for how he handled hosting the Emmys this year, despite all the coronavirus restrictions. Telling jokes to a silent auditorium, no laughter. Yeah, so basically how his show normally goes. Rolling Stone magazine updated their top 200 albums of all time list for the first time since 2003, sparking controversy with some of their choices. So now white people have something other than politics to argue over on Twitter. Saturday Night Live showrunner Lorne Michaels said in a New York Times interview that he's not sure if the show is going to be able to pull it off this season due to coronavirus restrictions. Well, that's funny because I'm pretty sure no one's been sure that SNL could pull things off for the past, 6 years. Nah, but who are we to talk? I'm filming this the night before our show, and Avery's probably gonna edit it 3 hours beforehand. Pulling off comedy is pure fantasy at this point, like unicorns or experiencing genuine happiness. Too real? Archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed 27 sealed sarcophagi in a 2,500-year-old tomb, because apparently they had the inability to read the room. You know, that ancient curse was released, saw the world burning and everyone with the plague, and just went, yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass on this one. Conservationists found that 356 elephants in Botswana dropped dead back in June, but the cause seems to be in dispute, with Botswana officials blaming it on toxic bacteria, while experts suspect foul play. Now, this is the only time this sentence has ever been said by anyone ever, but with the world being as it is right now, I really wish I was an elephant who dropped dead in Botswana way back in June. Well, from all 2 of us here at Not Weekend Update, because I don't want NBC to sue us, have a good night. Or day. Or time in general. Have a good time. See ya. My cat meowed the entire time I filmed that update. Welcome to Weekend Update. The whole time. Of course, it's horrifying enough. Jimmy Kimmel was praised for how he handled introducing widgets to their devices. Better yet, their featured photo widgets. Yeah, at one point he did something which he's literally never done before, where he climbed in the little garbage can I have, and he just sat in it and started going through my garbage while I was trying to film update. And I took it as a sign. I think he was trying to say that my jokes were trash. So, I still don't have an audience, but I'm still getting heckled by my cat. So things are just fucking great.